Hey guys, welcome to this new video. This is a really interesting topic that I wanted to speak about for a long time. Um, it will be very relevant for people who are in the marketing space. If you're whether you're a freelancer who is writing content, running ads, creating marketing plans, or whether you're working for an company in the marketing department, etc. This would be really cool for you because this is something that I figured out recently and something that is very exciting. So before getting into the video, as always, put the video in 1.5x or 2x speed so that you can save the time also, and that's how I view most of the videos, informational videos on YouTube, right? And also please do give a subscribe so that I'm motivated to come up with more marketing and productivity related videos, right? So as you have already seen, this is the topic of the video, that is um, when you're selling something, whether it be service or a product, sometimes most of you might think that okay, you need to just convince that target user or buyer, and then automatically everything is going to happen, right? Well, that is not the case. Just listen to this diagram. This is your product, and there are four people that might affect the decision making process, right? There are more factors. I've just limited it to four for the sake of simplicity. You can see it as influencer, user, decision maker, and buyer. Don't worry, this might seem like a huge kind of non-existent theory for you, but tell you with an example so that you are more clear about the entire thing. So first thing is user. As you can see, here is the user, and here's your product. Who is actually the user, right? The At the end of the day, who is actually getting usefulness out of it, right? For example, if you're buying diapers or baby products, the user is the baby, and he or she uh, didn't buy it, didn't know that he is going to wear that, he didn't want to wear it, but at the end of the day, if she or he is feeling uncomfortable, she's going to cry and make a scene, right? uh, Almost that's the case for students too, right? Sometimes um, when they buy a mobile phone, they are not buying it, they are using it, right? Just like that, the sometimes user might be passive, sometimes user might be active. It depends to from product to product, service to service. So you have to identify who is the user in your case, and whether she or he has active voice or whether she has passive voice in the decision making process. It's really important, right? For in the baby example, you have to have that diaper shouldn't make them uncomfortable, and the quality of the product really comes into play here, right? And second is the decision maker, right? um, and continuing with the baby example, um, in buying baby products, who might be the decision maker here? As I said, I'm not stereotyping. It might be moms, right? They might have done their own research, they have came to a conclusion, and they are saying that okay, I need X brand and not Y brand. There might be reasons and a lot of things going on behind that, but she takes a decision that okay, this is what my baby wants, this is how she reacts, so this is what I've read, so I need that product. So decision maker is mom, and the user is baby, right? um, and same goes for example, sometimes in B2B organizations, for example, if someone from your sales team needs a software, the user is that salesman or saleswoman, but the decision maker most probably will be the sales head or a CMO or etc., right? He or she is going to make that decision, not the end user, right? So that's the change. So you have to uh, convince that decision maker. You have to have campaigns that he's going to strike that decision maker, right? For example, when the salesman comes up with a question that okay, I have this product, this problem, what should I do? Then the decision maker should have something on top of her mind that and can recommend that, and maybe end up buying it, right? And the second one, right? And you might think that the decision maker might be paying for the things, right? No, I'm continuing with the mom and baby example. So that it's more clear for you. The mom had made the decision. The baby is the user, but the actual buyer is most probably will be husbands, right? Moms will be taking care of the baby, sitting inside the home. But at the end of the day, after making the decision, mothers tell to their husbands that they want this brand and go and get it, right? So they'll go and get it, and maybe they'll use their debit card. They need to find out the shop. And as I've said, you know, if the husband for example, if the mother gives two options to the husband, and when he was trying to get the first option, if what if the retail shop didn't accept his credit card or didn't have a UPI payment option, he will be frustrated and he might not end up buying it, right? And maybe what if there was no parking slot, that also might will affect the husband, that is the buyer's behavior, right? So the buyer, and also in the other example, the B2B example, the buyer might be the CEO or the CFO, right, who is paying the money, who is maybe the CMO tells that okay, we need this tool, he's the decision maker, and at the end of the day, the money needs to be coming from the CEO or CFO, right? So that is who the buyer is, right? You need to influence them, also you need to make things easier for them, right? For example, if your invoicing or your um, payment method all should be adaptable for the ecosystem that the CFO or CEO is in, right? So that's really critical. And fourth thing, really really important, is influencer. Who is the influencer who can influence the decision maker? For example, the CMO or the moms in the two examples that I was talking about. For example, when someone is a new mom, they are going to do their own research, right? But how do they do it? Most often they might look in the internet, read blogs, watch YouTube videos, etc., and then they might consult with the doctor or a cousin or a friend who recently became new moms, or has toddler with them, or has gone through the same phase recently, right? So these are the four influencers, like doctors, friends, cousins, recent moms, etc. She might go to consult with all these people, right? And if she says that okay, I'm thinking about buying this brand, and when the mom consults with other people, if what if the doctor or the recent other mom says that okay, that I have not heard about that brand, so if they nod no, that might be it, right? Even if you have done the marketing towards the mom, when they're consulting with another influencer, they also should be aware about the product, right? So the mom should get a note from the other influencer too, right? Same goes for the B2B case. When the CMO is looking for a product to buy, maybe he'll talk with other industry experts, other colleagues, etc., and their recommendation or word of mouth is huge, right? So we need to cater to them also, not just directly. If you're in the case of mothers, you don't when you're selling baby products, you need to cater to maybe gynecologist or internet influencers, momfluencers, mothers of toddlers, all these people too, right? So that's the four key people that participate in a buying journey or a decision making journey. And you have to have the four different communications, four different approaches, four different strategies to reach out to each one of them. And you can utilize maybe Facebook ads, copywriting, maybe SEO, blogs, all these things to cater to all these people, right? So I think this video might have given something that didn't know previously in relation to marketing, and that's what I do. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. If you have any doubts, you can put it in the comments, or else drop a like and click the subscribe button, so that you can get updated whenever I'm putting out the next video, right? Okay, thank you. Bye.